What's up, my Jenga Jams? I am the KQ from Huntington. Here yet again to, pet goo creatures and get loudly published. We're playing Times in Galaxy tonight, and it has been a good time so far. Like, I can't say anything bad about it. It's just neat. That's all we got. Yeah. Intern pit stop. That sounds like a good idea. Yes. We'll go into the intern pit and, I don't know, hunch over our desk and pretend to work. I am made of yawns, and boy howdy, it has been a time. Yes, it is. Hello, Silver. Hello, Saria. Good to see the both of you. And hello, Aaron. It is definitely a time of the evening. There are many o'clocks, and this is one of them. My God, am I awake? I think it's very inconclusive. If I manage to somehow fall asleep during the stream, please do not hold it against me. Oh, okay, cold water helps. That helps a lot. I'm awake now. Somewhat. Just splash it right into my face. You're closer than you probably guess. Let's just say if you fill a glass of water to a certain level, and then you tilt it forward to another certain level, you can emulate those dunking birds if you have a large enough nose. And I do, as it happens. So, my nose is aquatic. Would not have realized that. I tried very hard to come off like I am, what's the term? Competent! I try very hard to come off as competent and knowledgeable. And every now and then, I have to remind people that I am a fucking ridiculous creature that deserves none of your respect. Such things happen. In any event, in just about 37 seconds, which is a weird number to pick. So just about 30 seconds, that's a little better, we'll be playing Times in Galaxy. We're gonna get back out there and we're gonna interview some folks who won a contest from the Times in Galaxy. I cannot imagine they are having a good time. In fact, I kind of hope they're actually having a bad time so that we can sabotage the paper a little bit. Because one thing I have not done yet is sabotage my workplace. And I think that would be very funny. So let's get out there into space. Let's get you down here into the space between my ears. Let's see how fucking shit this contest is.
Are you still sitting here?
Yes, I'm still sitting here.
I only just got here. Yeah. Developers, no matter how short you think your logo sequence is, it's too long. I know you have to have them, but no matter how short you think it is, it's too long. Alright, let's get out of there on assignment. Have I encountered game-breaking dialogue bugs? Not yet, but I assume I will. I saw a mention of that in the Steam forums. Hopefully the shuttle doesn't burn up trying to land. Not that that's ever happened yet. Very ominous, thank you. Super Mario Galaxy! A backpack. Better try to find its owner. Have you reached to pick it up? There's a deep rumble from within the cavern. Brawl. Consume. You. Even worse, Grawl. Is this bag yours? Bring. Grawl, growls menacingly. Eat bag. You. All. Can I get you some food that isn't me? Grawl. Eat. All. Loud food, promised Grawl. Food soon. I'm moving further away now. Goodbye. Enter. Chew. Bliss. You snatch the backpack from the Talking Tooth Cave and get the heck out of there. Well, we have interviewed Grawl. That's nice. The pool. Your sensors determine its pH level to be around -2. That's stronger than battery acid. Better not dip anything in there you want to keep. You found a quartz bloom seed, naturally occurring on Trito, surprised throughout the dwarf system. The planet's unique biomineral structure requires a well-calibrated terrarium to grow off-world. Oh, well. The open mic stage. On-demand programming by self-request and self-delivery. You do the shows by yourself for yourself. At least the audience will be understanding. Yeah, excuse me. The sweeping vista view. You count 5 stars. This must be how they can technically call this a 5-star destination. A 5-star destination. Okay, that's great. This is the hotel. It appears to be inflatable, though it's currently leaking that inflation. It probably wasn't designed for this sort of atmosphere, or lack thereof. And is that a deactivated reception bot propped up against it? Yes, it is. The all-you-can-eat buffet table. It is indeed all-you-can-eat, but that seems to depend on whether or not you can eat rocks. There are also 2 moon cheese sandwiches and takeaway containers. The expiry date on those is faded off, and the moon cheese within appears to have calcified. So, more rocks. Hello. The recreation center. It is a pile of various sized rocks. You can lift them up and down until you get tired. The word run has been scratched into one of the rocks. And there's Grawl's gigantic gaping mouth. Alright, let's talk to the old couple we stranded on Death Planet. The planet where you fucking die. So who are you? Welcome to paradise. I'm Slay Rock's Crawler, CEO of Final Frontier Destinations. More like Final Destinations, as in this place will kill you. We help you see the universe. in uniquely unrefundable ways. Refund free. Oh, not you. I'm actually on a calls, actually. Just a moment. Slayrox turns his attention to whoever's on his earpiece headset. I'll call you all back in 5. Back to you, apparently. There, I'm all ears. Ready to pair you up with one of our premium destination adventures. Is this a premium destination? Of course! Just look around! Everything here is top of the line. Best on the planet, spare no expense. Best on the planet. What line is this the top of? You have concerns? I'm so sorry to hear that. But maybe you haven't had time to really take it all in. Let me help you understand this majestic place. Where to begin? It's a rustic beauty of a planet, filled with new adventures. A custom hotel experience, with entertainment on your schedule, and fabulous circular walks to be had. All at an incredible bargain price we must be fools to offer. Interested? I could even give you a discount given you've already arrived. Sign right here. Have you been feeding people to Grawl? Ew. I mean, no? I categorically deny all of these baseless accusations. Find me one unsatisfied customer. Why have you made a deal with a hungry planet? Okay, here's my official response to that. If you print that, I will sue your paper. They will fire you for your incompetence. And I will keep on keeping on as I do. I have never gotten a single bad review. You need to go for a walk and think about what you're doing. Try the caves, they're good for thinking in. Don't mind the stalactites and stalagmites at the entrance. They are natural formations, beautiful. Wander deep in there, then we can talk. You're describing teeth. Yeah. I mean... Oh, call, gotta go. Oh, yes, it is he. An award from Theo Prime for my charitable work. I'm honored, I must be a pretty cool guy, right? Look, I gotta take this call. Don't make any accusations you'll regret. Okay, so I'm gonna get the paper sued. There are gonna be lawsuits. It's gonna be a fun time. Can I go back and look at Grawl now that I know what Grawl is? Yeah, that's Grawl, alright. Okay. Where is that blasted thing? This is a load of sprocket-rocket. Hold on, that's it. You found my pack. Where was it? A giant mouth? If I'd napped a few feet closer. Ugh. Wait, you're from the paper? About time. What is that blasted thing? My pack, of course. Thank Prime I have it back. That's the last of our moon cheese sandwiches. Gabby and I have been saving them. Why? There's no other food on this forsaken rock! Just rocks. Which are totally inedible. I give you a chipped tooth and a tummy ache if you try. Won't make that mistake again. Those sandwiches were the last thing we brought. We didn't think we'd need anything else on a vacation. Which this isn't. Vacations are about eating well and puttering about. Eating new things, which are edible. Reading long books about short wars. You aren't supposed to need to ration food, dodge danger, or perform your own improv shows. This hasn't been a vacation. It's been a survival test. With more improv. Then how's your survival test been going? Well, it ain't been a walk in the park. It's been an unending circular stumble around a rocky, uncomfortable planet, with more than one death trap ready to spring. And all because your paper ran that contest. Didn't you check the company before running it? I did not check. Well, it's always someone else's job, isn't it? Just sprocket this whole generation. Well, the least you can do is get us off this rock. It's long past time to get off this rock. Before it eats us alive. This rock. This rock. This rock. This rock. What an eyesore. I'll meet you at your shuttle. Oh, okay. I like the plinky-plonky music of despair here. Like, this place sounds like it's where you go to die. Oh, looky-loo, a new audience member. You're just in time. The improv show is starting. Are you Gabby? I am, dearie. Gabby Proton. But right now, I am your entertainment. So, can I get a suggestion? Any word at all? Tourism! Value! 5-star resort reviews. We've taken all those before. Any others? Spaceship! Great suggestion. I'd like to be on one of those right now. But first, the improv. Wait. Gord usually does my scenes with me. You'll be a dear and join me in this scene, won't you? Oh, okay, improv time. Captain, welcome to the bridge. Number 1, what's the status? They're in a very delicate state, Captain. The AUG are demanding we remove our tariffs on their junk export, but we rely on that money to fund a space orphanage. If we don't give in to their demands, it could be in a war on the stars. What should we do, Captain? We have to save the orphans. Let's kill everybody. Aye, aye, Captain. Powering up weapons. Wait. The AUG ships are running away. They were bluffing. Your steady hand saved our tax system and some space orphans. That's why you're the captain. End scene. Wow, what an exciting ending. Gord would have wanted to see the action, but that's hard to do on an empty stage. Gord is my husband. We won this contest together, just after we retired. It felt like a nice little wink from Lady Luck herself. But then we got here. How is retirement so far? Well, dearie, it started on a bit of a hiccup. The hiccup being this trip. This isn't a resort. It's a lifeless asteroid with good marketing. No, I think you'll find the asteroid is very alive. I know we'll laugh about it all later. But right now we just want to leave. Speaking of which, Gord's been gone for a while. Oh, he's already waiting in the shuttle? Then I'll race you there. And you have nothing else to add. Okay. Well... I think that's everything. Yep, there's Gord and Gabby. Alright, really, that's all I got. Lucky couple loving exotic space vacation. The time the galaxy was duped by an AUG trap. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna torpedo the reputation of the paper. I don't really care though. Yep, I'm gonna sink our reputation. It's worth it. Well. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna tell everybody about Grawl and how much they love this exotic vacation where we sent them off to die. Oh wait, hold on, we can... Would you like to fly off this rock? No, Gabby has something. Gabby has something to say. There they are, Gord, our little metal savior. Savior, it's just a robo, Gabby. A robo doing damage control for their paper's mistake. They went above and beyond. I am leaving you here! Did you speak to the company representative? We tried. He was always on a call. I think he was pretending. We waited for hours for him to finish talking, dear. If that was all pretend, he's the one who should have been doing the improv shows. Good riddance. Gonna sue the smug look right off his face. Oh good, I'm sure people have tried before. Anyway, this trip will be a great story to tell, once we're safely away. And fed. On that note, dearie, you're wondering. Because this hasn't been a vacation, it's been a nightmare. Yes, good. We really did want a new experience, just not like this. Wait, do you think it's a bit of an apology we could spend some time on your ship? We do like the paper and want to see how it all runs. Let us or we'll sue the Sprockabrock right out of you. No, we won't, good. What do you say? You want to spend time on a new ship? I mean, compared to this? Well, you know what? Welcome aboard. Oh, wonderful. Good. We're going on the newspaper ship. Finally off this rock. Alright. I'm gonna check and see if the hotel guy... No, nothing new. Yeah, now we might have slightly better headlines. I saw a few pop. There we go. Trip was not what was promised. Grawl, 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 grawl. And the nightmare. Yeah, okay. I think that's what we're going with. This place fucking sucks. Sue us if you want. Our reputation dropped, our readership went up. Wow, you really dug deep into that story. I mean, I didn't dig deep enough to enter the Grawl. Cycle 6, it's eerily dark in here. Intern, we have an issue. We always have issues, because we're a publication. Very funny, Wisebot, you know what I meant. I have a task for you. Somehow a gaggle of light drinker eels have gotten loose on the sky. Eels? Okay. They're little creatures who love drinking up all the light they can. Whatever room one is in will be plunged into darkness. As you can imagine, this is not conducive to getting work done. Oblique and stupid reference. Thank you. I need you to run around and grab each one. You should be able to store them safely in your robo pocket. I have pockets? I have fucking pockets? The lights will come back on. They're solitary creatures, so there's likely only one per room. Will I be paid extra for this? No. Honestly, I'm not sure we even pay you. But if you collect the eels, you'll get something no bucks can buy. My slight and wavering approval. Get out there, intern. We're counting on you. No one else wanted to do it. Okay, so the problem they have is not with, like, a lawsuit. Which I kind of thought we would have. I mean, I only just noticed the freezing cold Fleetos. Kachak. Captured, chaos and panic. Oh hey, interim name file missing. What's your unremarkable self up to? Trying to get the lights back on? Well, this isn't the room to do that. You need to get out there. Put those boots on the ground, but don't rush too much. I'm enjoying this. Intern, I have an urgent message you must take to the newsroom. It's of the utmost importance. What is it? It's important, that's what it is. Socialent intern. Here's the message. I won't be coming to the newsroom until the lights are restored. Run and tell them as fast as you can. Off you go. No. Hey, Tuffy. And don't mind me. Thought I'd use a shutdown to get some shut-eye. Are you tired? Not in the slightest. I see sleep as a pesky biological interruption. Something I never want, but that my human body needs. Jesus. I mean, mood, but... I dream of being awake and alert for all hours of the cycle. Never missing a thing. But since I haven't yet been able to do with REM, Z, or me entirely, try to optimize my snoozing, so that when there is important space work to do, nothing will stand in my way. Not my body, not its urges, nothing. I wish I could do that. I'm a robot. That's cute, Tuffy. I've never seen a robo that can mess with its sleep mode charge. You're either on or off. More of a binary beast. No offense. Humans have a more complex gradient of awakeness, ranging from jazz to sleepy. It's in that gray zone in between when I implement Martina's Optimized Sleep Hacks, or MOSH. Seems unnatural. What's wrong with that? There are things organic beings can learn from mechanized ones, and vice versa. But sleep isn't gonna go to itself. It's time I turned down and turned in, so I can be awake when it matters. Stay fresh, Tuffy. Stay fresh, cheese bag. Rocks! Someone's laid out a game of obsidianograms. Some say they should be easier to distinguish, but their inscrutable nature is half the fun. Based on this, I think it will be in early spring. Hey, Reporter Bot. Everyone thinks I'm the one who brought the light drinker eels. But there's no way I could afford those things. I don't even like eels. Snipe worms, even. Nothing eel-like. Except E. Pelonk, the eel-like Muncho player. But it doesn't matter. No one believes me. I believe you. Chillier here. We miss the archives. Our true home. When was the last time we visited the bunks, Twin? Oh, Twin, it's been cycles. Are the archives okay with the power out? The archives will be fine. Hollow paper is enduring, its memory file sturdy. Plus, we back each of them up in triplicate. We're only out here because we have to be. Emergency procedures must be followed. Even by us. We'd rather be in there. Intern, tell them to let us go home. To our one true home. Aw. Imagine living entirely in a single room, never leaving it. I pretty much do that. Alright, light drinker eels. What do eels look like? Eels look like eels. Probably, yeah. How are you enjoying your first union-mandated cycle off? I'm eager for my next assignment. There'll be plenty of stories for you next cycle. Even machines need breaks sometime. Can't say the same for the rest of these bums. I suppose you've seen an eel. I think we've already established it's hard to see anything. I did hear something. Wasn't a sound I'd ever heard before. Coming from Ursula's office. And I hear a lot of weird noises coming from there, let me tell you. Thanks. Good luck. Have some fun with the rest of your cycle off, slacker. I'm kidding, mostly. This light-drinking eel found its way into the editor-in-chief's office and must fancy itself a boss. I've never been in here before. And And with any luck, I will never go in there again. Light drinker eels go in the microwave! One button on this microwave is labeled Do Not Press. Another is labeled Donut Press. So many options. Donuts do go in the microwave, though. They are delicious that way. No. This one appeared to be reading up on its kind in the archives. Hey, Puff Piece. Merle! Bye, Puff, bye, Puff, Puff, Puff. Bye, Pluff, Pluff. What's up? Reporter Bot! Didn't see you there. I was working on my hollow spreadsheets for next Decacycles cases. Gotta keep up on my rubrics. Oh, should I not bother you? Nonsense! I love to talk bricks. In one column, I have cases to be tried indexed, links to evidence in the second column, cross-reference with another, showing the defendant's births or hatch days. The color coding is for the jury. Who was served before, length of deliberation in the tanks, dietary restrictions, that kind of thing. Much data is possible to draw on when it comes time to file. Oh, and of course, in the last column, I rate the trial. On a scale of 1 to 10. How entertaining it promises to be. That last one, that's just my own thing. Sounds fun. How would you rate our day in court together? 10 out of 10. Very interesting. Invigorating, in fact. I mean, by default, it's the best day in court I've ever had. As our Time the Galaxy Union rep, it is so important for me to hear about the everyday experience of the worker. Thank you, Reporter Bot. I'm gonna put this information on another spreadsheet! Some people get way too excited over numbers and data. Oh, I am not having a calming time in here. Yeah. Didn't think you would be. Yep. Have a good time, guys. Light drinking eels are naturally attracted to flora. If only because many flora similarly feast on light. Crawled all the way to the cafeteria, the snack becomes the snacker. Who is snacking on the eels? The glitter pit this cycle features classic sand, whatever that means. It's like classic Coke. Nuclearos Rancheros, available sans radium for humans. Battery salad, AAA, C, and a special surprise battery. Now I'm picturing them just like... You order the salad and they give you like a bowl of greenery with batteries in it. And then out from behind the counter comes a car battery and they just spike it in the middle of the plate. Lava lamp light with added UVB rays. And onyx shard served in a bed of classic sand. Yep. Sand classic. Thank Prime the lights are back. I was just about to do some prepping. And my night vision is not exactly top of the line. Did you happen to know what caused the blackout? Light drinker eel. Light drinker eels? Ooh. I don't mean to be crass, but... What a bozo! Sorry, I understand people might want to bring in their own snacks. We all want to taste at home sometime or a little special something. But bringing on a luxury food item like light drinker eels and then letting them get out? Reckless and rude. You didn't even ask me to prepare it. Well, thank you for taking care of it. You like my cooking, right, Reporter Bot? I love your cooking. Oh, well, thank you. I didn't mean to get all insecure on you there. It just really bathes my burn meal, you know? Bringing a pricey snack like that and not even asking me to prepare it. It's downright unprofessional. And you make sure to grab yourself a little snack. You may not have light drinker eels, but we've got all kinds of other tasty treats. Yeah, no, she's doing fine. The menu variety in here is great. Does light drinker eel unagi glow? I don't know, actually. Do the light drinker eels themselves? I mean, they glow a little bit, it looks like. Yeah, they glow a little bit, darkly. This light drinker eel wants to commandeer the ship. Fat chance, buddy. Hey, what's up? Aw, darn. Too bad, intern. We were gonna give you a little goof reporter bot, but you got the lights on too quick. Kid has gumption, at least. True. I'm glad I didn't walk into your little alien stage show or whatever you were gonna put on. The door is over here. I'm still... I'm still pretty tired. I've walked right past the door. Alright, Taurus, how are you? Good, look at this garden! It reminds me of when you tried to renovate the backyard. And that reminds me. I'm waiting for Steve to return my matter mower. Been waiting a long time, Gord. Have you called him? Why did the ship need a garden anyways? Don't change the subject. Have you called Steve? I'll do it when we get home, I promise. Just teasing you, Gord. But please do call Steve already. Being here reminds me how much I want a little garden of my own. Yesterday you said you'd call Steve. You'll call now. Or else. A perfectly good lunch ruined. My lunch, my precious delicacy, has once again run off on me. Then I said I called you. They're at the point that when you call them, they hang up on you. It's great. I fucking love it. Like, sometimes they'll say a little something first, but... What do you mean, once again? I have a refined palate, and like my cuisine fresh. One cycle, not too long ago, I brought in a giant bird in my lunch sack. Okay. This bird was grass-fed and gardener-raised. Oh, you needn't look so horrified. I was merely consuming one of its freshly molted feathers. An unparalleled delicacy. But alas, when my back was turned, the bird wandered off, leaving not a feather in its wake. When you see them walking southward in their dirty underwear, it's Tennessee bird walk. My lunch was a very difficult to procure, highly desirable, much sought after jar of ultra-rare light-drinking eels. Over my lunch break, I was plating them delicately. They slipped through my many grasps, and now they're dining on light like kings, while I go hungry like a common fool. Everyone is going to be mad at you. One does not develop an affinity for light-drinking eels without stoking the ire of the uninitiated, the unrefined. What are a few moments of lost light compared with a tasting experience? So rare, so irresistible, that esteemed galactic master chef Ben Weaver made it the plat excordier, and is the plate exercise. I gotta look it up, hold on. The exergay is the space on the coin beneath the main design. Okay. No idea. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen this term used before, and Google isn't coming up with anything. Not that that means anything anymore. I'd like to try these eels. No one will be tasting them if we don't first find these slippery delicacies and gather them up. Find the eels, and I shall be eternally indebted for a bit. I suppose the rest of the team won't mind getting the lights back for being coarse about it. Well, let's check in with the rest of the team. Who the hell are you again? I've always wanted to try light drinking eels. They're said to be exquisite. Or so the market price suggests. What makes them so good? Aside from the price? Well, you'll have to ask whoever's responsible for this. I would never. I wouldn't risk eating such a delectable, expensive snack in our shared kitchen. I've been burned by that naivete before. My entire bag of rare Auguros truffles gone before I could try a single one. Ugh, the memory is overwhelming to revisit. Right, he's our, like, fashion consultant or something. Can you believe this? The whole production has gone round to a standstill because of Ursop's snack. Of course, I made sure to scare that eel straight out of here. We can't have a blackout in reception. This wouldn't do. The rest of the ship is in chaos. And there's nothing I can do bolted to the floor. Hot exergue, signature dish. Okay, that's fair. I genuinely couldn't find anything on it, so congratulations on that. The downside of there being light drinking eels in here is that I can't look at the cheesecake. You're needed on the scanner today, no stories allowed. A light drinking eel could be comfortable here in the shuttle bay, where this huge window into space draws near endless beams from the sun and stars. Yeah, now I can look at the cheesecake. Hello, cheesecake. Oh, thank trash. Pretty tough to get anything done with the lights out. Soldering and pitch darkness don't exactly go hand in hand. Don't worry, I'm handling it. Oh. That's good to hear. But the shuttlebots are okay. They're probably really scared right now. Their night vision is no good. And to be honest, neither are their navigational abilities. I'll keep a sensor on for them, won't you? Honestly, I assume they've all walked into a pit and died. And I presume the last one is back here. Hey, do you know what's going on? Ship status is fine, but the lights are out. I spilled my oil. Light drinker eels on the loose. Whoa! That's wild. How'd they even get on the ship? Thought they were super rare. Ursop brought them for lunch. Wow! And the Ursop is making more bucks than I thought. Oh, he's very fiscally irresponsible. Actually, it's probably the second thing. Anyway, hope they get caught soon. My night vision is top of the line, but, well, the shuttlebot's been scared of the dark. Shuttlebot X seems a bit dejected. I know they're annoying, but I don't want them to be spooked or whatever. They mean well, you know? Is he pretentious, artsy shit? I mean, yes. I think that's why they put him in charge of the pretentious, artsy shit part of the paper or whatever. There we go. You found the last deal. All that running around really did a number on your battery level. When you're ready, head back to your charging station. Barry doesn't seem to care that the lights have come on. Can you see? Huh, that's not very clear. Maybe Barry has some other kind of sensors. Well, either way, you need to track down those eels. Barry seems to sense your determination and gives a jaunty wave. Oh, Reporter Bot, guess what? Got another new upgrade ready, now you'll be fully loaded. Shuttlebot X adeptly removes your eyes, gross, and installs something weird and cool before popping them back in. The entire process is painless, but kind of disturbing. Behold and bask in the joys of advanced optics. With this, you can send out a burst energy and scan your surroundings. It'll allow you to pick up on key details around you. I think it'll be great for when you're out on assignment. You'll never have to worry about missing something. Heck, it might even show you things on the scanner you never noticed. So go on and try it out. Send out a pulse and see what comes up. You have unlocked all upgrades. Thank you for your interest in upgrading. Self-care and self-improvement should always be a priority. We can now scan. Scanning. Who knew? Scanning. Great work, intern. That's exactly the hustle I like to see. Okay, I'm going to bed. Bye. You can hang around on the ship some more to explore and chat or head to the next cycle. Next cycle it is. Time to recharge and get ready for your next shift. I'm just gonna keep these eels in my pants. Step right over and help me put them down. Down. E-E-L-S, eels in my pants. Ooh. A copy of Cosmo's Celestial Dream Date. All your crushes from the stars. I never figured out what the game part of Dream Date was. Like, you got the phone prop, you got... I never actually... The copy I found didn't have any rules with it. It's a thing. So... I could never figure out how to actually... You know, like, how you played it as a game. Check. Captured image. Depressing desk area. Thanks, man. From The Simpsons. I would not use The Simpsons as a news source. Also, I actually wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons when I was younger, so I really haven't seen that much of it. But Sizey, that sounds like your parents were ass and overprotective moral guardians. Yeah, hi. My parents were ass and overprotective moral guardians. Ah, hello, intern. In advance of next cycle's performance reviews, I've been reviewing our telemetry. Not that many readers seem interested in your story so far. How are you feeling about your pieces so far? They've been super? I'm glad to hear that. Expect good things from you, intern, but no one is perfect. What is the area where you believe you're most lacking? Honestly, I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of shit in interviews. I feel like every time I pick a topic, I should have picked a different topic. Ah, interviews. The most fickle part of the job, certainly. Try to gauge the attitude of the subject when you begin. Someone who is not interested in talking may not give you much. You'll want to try to get straight to the point. On the other hand, someone who wants to talk may be annoyed if you treat them like just part of your job. Remember that interview subjects are not obstacles. They are community members with opinions and rich lives of their own. Back to work, please. See you put that advice into motion. I think Ursula may be one of my favorite characters. Like, There's genuine professionalism there. Similar situation with you and SpongeBob. My problem with SpongeBob was that I was always watching something else, and I never took it seriously. Like, Klasky Supo Animation Studios were not... They did not make shows that I took seriously. And I never realized that SpongeBob was gonna be a thing. I never realized it. Ugh. Ursula asked me to write an in-depth think piece on Gazook. What do you know about Gazook? You search your memory files, you have no data about any Gazook. Gadzook, plenty of data. Not one single data on Gazook. Well, time is ticking. Gazook is a Prytonian giver of holiday gifts. What? I don't believe you. A holiday gift giver. Yes, he gives gifts and burdens to young Verge. Richard is frantically typing. Burdens? How horrible. What sorts of burdens? They are assigned crimes they must commit. Crimes? His hands are flying across that keyboard. Mostly heists, also petty theft and public vandalism. What terrible yet specific options. My readers will be shocked. With that, Richard starts typing furiously. He seems to have forgotten you were there at all. Not a primary source, baby. Do not rely on me for shit. I will only lie to you if I think it's funny. And I thought that was very funny indeed. Duffy! Be warned. I got a turbo case of the moon days today. I want to give me a wide berth. Yikes, will do. Good call. I've already crushed one of Puff Piece's toys. I grabbed it to use as a stress cube. Guess I don't know my own strength. Need to think what could be next. Good luck out there. Ah! Reporter Bot, I have a question for you. What's your favorite kind of art? What mediums appeal to you the most? Music, visual... Neither, really. Take your time. The Movement of Dance Theater is where it's at. Oh, classic. Theater is really big on Fryto. I've seen a lot of it, some might say too much. Still enjoy the whole experience of theater going. Making a night of it. For me, there's just something about visual art. I love how you can lose yourself in a painting, find yourself transfixed by an abstract sculpture, or even just be intrigued by a doodle. I once stared at a crack in the newsroom wall for hours. Richard had thrown a book at the wall, over an edit to one of his stories. The impact made such a beautiful pattern. Next cycle, JanitorBot filled it in. But I still think about that pattern all the time. I guess that's a bit weird to admit. Yeah, weird. Oh well. I'll keep your favorite type in mind next time I'm assigning stories. Honestly, I don't think it's that weird. Like, I can close my eyes and remember floor patterns from buildings I've been in. Like, floor tile patterns. I don't know. It always seems weird to me what... Like, I'm sure people have a criteria when they pick those tile patterns, like... Obviously they want it to be a regular tessellation, but... I'm always curious why some buildings pick particularly intricate looking flooring. No, you know what? He was right. That is fucking weird. That's a fucking weird thing to fixate on. Never mind. Majestic satellites, what secrets do you hold? As you stay on your course, I have veered from mine. Hello, intern. Sorry to interrupt, sir. Nothing to be sorry for. Surely no one in this situation should be embarrassed. Oh, yes. Simply amusing, read the stars, about which we know so much, and yet never enough. Did you know Prito was once a part of this? He waves all four his arms, indicating the Novum Neon Cluster until it split away. Water refill, one moment. Perhaps that's why I have an affinity for the little moon planet, forging its own path in the deep beyond. You and Chulin must get along then. Chulin, that overrated windbag. They broadcast their sensitivity as if by satellite. Well, I got news for you, buddy. Says one coworker who's not tuning into your signal. What do you ever do to you? They call themselves an art reporter, but their coverage is lacking in insight. Hackneyed, platitudinous, vapid, threadbare, and trite. And they use far too many adjectives. And their working knowledge of the Verge morality play is hardly exhaustive. You might assume, like everyone else, that an augur such as myself would not know any better, would not be president, say, of the local chapter of theater appreciators. But you'd be wrong, my friend, very wrong. And yet, when the arts job came open, it was simply handed to them. The greatest won my feet. You do theater? I dabble. Would it shock you to learn that I gave a shattering turn in How Green Was My Gardener's Valley as farmhand number 2? The corn grew high that summer, but it wasn't the only thing that was grown. For that was the summer I first laid eyes on Shirley, and I was growing too. He bows deeply. I don't think I like theater anymore. You write any fun stories lately? I don't get up to the archives much. Or ever. So to be honest, I don't really know what kind of stuff we're printing. I covered a tourism scam. Ooh! That sounds fun. I love scam stories. Maybe I'll give it a read. It'd mean a lot to me. Whoa. I'm a little flustered here. Okay, I will. I'll let you know what I think. So make sure you come back and see me soon. Shirley, you can't be serious. You can call me Shirley if you want to. I don't mind. Alright. Let's go actually get our assignment. Oh wait, we didn't check the cafeteria at all. Talking to my coworkers is my favorite part of the job. And I missed Reporter Bot. Or, Receptionist Bot. I'm Reporter Bot. Reception Bot seems to be muttering angrily about something. Polo ties. How you doing this cycle? Oh, thank you for asking. I'm doing wonderful. Handling everything with ease, as always. You seem upset, though. Okay, fine, I am upset. Probably shouldn't be telling you this, but Richard Gravity wrote this reviews for a small business. Someplace that makes custom bolo ties. He gave them a terrible review. And the owner keeps calling to complain. All cycle long, it's been relentless. I can't imagine why Gravity even reviewed them. He doesn't wear bolo ties. Drew the short straw. Are those tiny construction workers building the Skyline Cactus, or is your charge running low? Does my charge running low make me hallucinate things? Hey kid, you keeping up okay? The garden's a great place to refocus when you need a minute. Something about all this greenery. Well, some of it's green anyway. Used to have a nice garden at the hospital too. I go there before every surgery. I'm sorry, you were what? Sure did, kid. A long closed chapter in my memoirs, but that's a big name in experimental surgery. Humania's leading scalpel jockey. Never lost a patient. Did lose my arm, though. Had to attach the robo one myself. You lost your arm doing surgery. I know I have some ego, however well-earned it is, but I was reckless in my surgical prime. In this case, I was performing surgery with a blindfold on. No Seegeries, we called them. They were really popular back then. Anyway, I tried to throw myself a laser bone cutter, but reached a little too far. And off came my arm. I want to be clear, though. I cauterized my wound and successfully completed the operation without peeking past the blindfold once. I was really good, probably still am. But I couldn't save the arm. It fell in a vat of sanitizing acid. Didn't see until it was too late because of the blindfold. Live and learn, right? I keep doing the job for a good while after that. Flying ships started as a hobby. The adrenaline rush of surgery became kind of routine and I needed a new challenge. I got my pilot license, started cruising the cosmos. Soon it was all I wanted to do. So I left the surgical theater, slid into the pilot seat permanently. Here I am. You gave yourself a robo-arm. Could you give me a human arm? Whoa! I mean, I could. But you need to replace it constantly. Why would you want that, you know? Don't answer it. Go think about it. And then we'll talk, maybe. Maybe. Who the short story have to be a character? In this, or just in general? Reminder that Robert Liston existed and is the only person with a 300% mortality rate on surgeries. Did he manage to somehow kill himself operating? Or did he accidentally take out like 2 or 3 of the audience? And his assistant! God damn! Way to go, man! Oh, no, okay. I don't know what's happening. His patient, his assistant, and someone in the audience. Oh, okay, he didn't kill him. Okay, yeah. Becca's focused, writing on a sheet of hollow paper. Slipping through the stars with dirt in my pocket to... Becca appears to be struggling down to haiku. Maybe you can help. Keep myself grounded? Not bad. Not quite good either. For me, anyway. If it doesn't feel true, it doesn't touch the page. And don't tell anyone I was writing poems, okay? They're private. Oh, reporter bot. Could we maybe be having this conversation at another time? I am not feeling up to happiness right now. And conversations are best when they are happy conversations. Not... Amputated the leg under 2.5 minutes. The patient died. Amputated in addition to the fingers of his young assistant, which makes sense. He also slept with the coattails of a surgical spectator, who was so terrified he fainted, and was later discovered to have died from shock. Man, people in the olden days were all the time fainting and dying of shock. I miss those days. Like, we're too hard now. We're too strong. I want to be on an internet where you can send a strongly worded message to somebody and actually kill them. You can just flame them to death. What's wrong, Oren? It is so very kind of you to ask me that. I have just recently encountered my bully, and I need time to be finding my usual state of mind again. I will, though, I promise. This is not the first time it has happened. You should tell Ursula bullying's not allowed. But then they will be getting in trouble. That will make everything so much worse. Tell me who it is and I'll ask them to stop. I do not want to say who it is. You might think less of them then. I do not want to be the reason for that happening. But thank you for your concern. I will find a way to deal with my bully. This is an RN promise to you. And an RN promise will always be kept. Okay, but RN, have you considered that I have very large arms, one of which may be human at some point, and I can probably pull their undergarments entirely over their head and tie it in a little bow? Because I can do that, Oren. I can give somebody a wedgie so hard they actually die from it. Hey, puppies. You're not bullying Oren, are you? Probably not. Hey, mechanic. Hey, reporter bot. Come by to grab a snack? I don't visit here that often. Usually get the shuttle bots to bring me something. Do you have a favorite food? Too tough to pick. But I think I have pretty ordinary tastes. I like battery salad as much as the next guy. Maybe more, even. What about you? Got a favorite, bucko? I'd like whatever if I can eat it with you. Oh, yeah? That sounds kind of nice. Maybe I ought to come around the calf more often, darling. The mechanic flexes his pecs at you. But then his demeanor gets a little subdued. Still gotta eat, though. And it might as well be a big scoop of dirt considering this cycle's menu. Oh, well. Yeah? Oil crawler, degreasing available upon request. That's for the robots. Creamed hash. Creamiest yet. Ambient light, experience it whether you like it or not. Clay. It's clay. Yeah, I think I kind of know how he feels. That's not really a rich and robust menu. Just terrible. Oh, reporter bot, have you been checking the reader comments? You can check comments? Sure can, down by your intern desk, there's a little station. You should. I live for that. Knowing what my words do to people, how they react, to why this is so distressing. For the past 3 cycles, nothing I've written has gotten a single comment. Oof. Yeah. Not one angry message, and I've been writing some pretty incendiary stuff. So I thought. Maybe I'm losing my edge. Maybe I should double down, really try to rile them up. Maybe people are quietly agreeing with you? But if they're quiet about it, I feel like I've failed. Visceral responses or bust. Guess I'll try again after lunch. Check for comments, reporter bot. Comments tell you the readers are listening and what they need to be corrected about. The only food were bone and gristle stew and liver. Eat a lot of liver. Honestly, I kind of miss liver, but that's only because it's been over 20 years since I last had it. And once I eat like 1 plate of it, I think it can be another 20 years until I have it again. Alright, I want to take a quick look at the comments box, actually. Reader response to Toronto's new messages. The first new message is titled... I think that one dude actually killed a reader. Yeah, I never got traumatized by liver. I got traumatized by salmon. There was like 5 times I tried to eat salmon in my youth, and all of them made me violently sick, to the point where I thought I was actually allergic to salmon. And then I tried it as an adult, and it turned out that the salmon I was eating just fucking sucked. The second new message is titled, "Sorry about that last message. I'm so embarrassed. I was about to write you a letter about your recent courts coverage, great work, but decided to visit my kitchen for a snack first. I came back to find that wrinkled Joe had walked across my keyboard, pressing send as he went. Atlantic salmon sucks, Pacific salmon is incredible. Yeah, I lived in Maryland. So guess what I was eating? Apologies from both of us. Sincerely, Sylvan the Apologetic One, and Wrinkled Joe, a cat." The third response is titled, "No one came to my son's album release. Why? My son's band, Predacracy, is the hottest new act in the system. I sent multiple press releases to Time and Galaxy's entire masthead well in advance of their album release, yet no press showed up. No photographers were sent to capture their soon-to-be legendary live show. Shame on Time and Galaxy for missing such an important cult milestone event for our system's cultural scene. Dear sir, your favorite band sucks. Good luck getting onto the next guest list." Okay, that's it. That's all. Alright, what is our actual assignment? Hi, Copybot. Copybot is chatting with Arwen as you approach the assignment desk. "I am so far behind on my editing work because of those light-drinking eels. You and me both, buddy." "Hello, Reporter Bot. Thank you for solving the eel crisis. I am, of course, interested in remaining here in order to chat. Unfortunately, circumstances necessitate an immediate return to my duties. I will see you around, however. And by around, I mean in one of various rooms on this ship's." On this ship's? You feeling okay, Copybot? I meant to say ship, singular. Yeah, you feeling okay, Copybot? And now I am embarrassed. Wow, I've never seen Copybot make a mistake like that. They must really like you. Last cycle was a bit of a cork show, not much of a cycle off, huh? Oh, Copybot is infatuated. Okay, I gotta flirt with Copybot harder. Still, you look rested and ready for a new assignment. Here's what we have on the slate for this cycle. Whatever you don't take, I'll give to Yar. Model United Dorp Planets erupts in violence. A dirt fair on Humania. Group of kids from across the solar system were meeting on Central Station to form a mock United Dorp Planets. I wasn't gonna assign this at first, it seemed too soft and nice. But this is shaping up to be a wild story. Apparently erupted in violence. The station sector is on lockdown. And the other story? The Dirt Fair. Richard Gravity was supposed to attend, but he found out the dirt pies are made of real dirt, and insisted I give this to someone else. Honestly, I don't want to cover conflict. Let's go with dirt. Yeah, let's go to a county fair to avoid conflict. Uh-huh, yeah, sure. I hope your taste buds are calibrated. Hey, Copybot. Okay. Copybot's not really talkative right now. Fine. I wish I had a coffee bot. I could use some. Let's go to assignment. The shuttle bots just hosed down the interior of this shuttle after Billy got space sick. Poor Billy. Shuttle. Not poor shuttle bots, though. They probably liked it. They're into gross stuff like that. Don't kink shame the shuttle bots. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Dirt dwellers dish up delights. Alright. Here we are in an underground vault on Humania. Vaulty. As usual, before we talk to anyone, we're gonna walk around and check the place out. Are we sure this isn't like a Fallout? Guess my sadness, win a prize. Step right up. Guess my sadness, win a prize. Deep-rooted regrets? Yep, Grats, good guess. Your prize is a story. Can I have one of the plushies instead? No, story time. Oh. Name's Scumbles. I was born in the depths of this dwelling. Ain't never been up to the surface. It's pretty nice up there. I'll take your word for it. I admit I used to dream about it. Breeze, grass, no limit to the directions you could go in. Wendy and I, we used to sneak out and meet at the bottom of a dry well. We'd look at that tiny sliver of sky and imagine life up there. Wendy? Wendy's the love of my life. Parents didn't approve. We didn't care. We were both 36 and knew we were meant for each other. When we turned 37, Wendy and I were gonna make our break. Leave these underlives behind, hit the open skies. We picked a night and went for it. Rigged the vault door open and everything, felt that first hit of breeze, and... what happened? I froze. Couldn't move an inch. I never felt a feeling like that one before or since. Started as a tingle, then my gut started twisting, like I was standing on the edge of a cliff. Something about all that open space. How do you know what a cliff feels like? Well, I guess you're underground, not ground level. Something about all that open space. Wendy didn't feel it. She walked past me like she was being drawn to destiny. The one we thought we shared. She left you there? Wendy tried to help. She came back when she realized I stopped moving. Smiled, offered her hand. The wind picked up for a moment. It made her hair dance beautifully like she was being welcomed up to a brand new life. I only felt the chill. After a few minutes of trying to encourage me, she just said she understood. That it was okay. Gave me a real sad smile. And then Wendy turned around and walked away. I watched till she was the size of a speck of dust. Till she was something familiar again to a deep dweller like me. Even though she'd never be familiar again. And that's my story. What am I supposed to do with this story? Same thing you're supposed to do with every story, learn from it. Like it or not, that's your prize, enjoy the rest of the fair. Wait. Before you go, if you ever meet a woman named Wendy up there, you tell her Scumble still remembers how her hair danced in the wind. I will. Thanks. Who else have you asked to do this? Everyone who tries to guess my sadness. Figure one of you will find her eventually. It's playing the odds, I guess. You run along now and remember. I will. Thanks, really. Well, jeez, man. If I print that in the paper, I hope Wendy fucking finds him. You found an existential oak seed. Its photosynthetic process requires not just air and light, but new information about the world it inhabits to prove to itself that it exists. Hello, can you take a picture of me next to this glowing carrot? How do we get one of the scumbles? I don't think we can. I think he just made them to taunt me. Can I ask you some questions if I do? Oh, sure thing. Now, if you just hold this, he hands you a camera. You access your Rule of Thirds file, take a few photos, and hand it back. Such well-composed shots. Perfect Rule of Thirds. Thanks so much. I'm Turian, the visiting one. This festival's been on my must-visit list for ages, and now I'm finally here. Why did you want to come to a dirt fair? For the thrill of the experience. It's so rare a dwelling like this is open to an off-worlder like me. I had to see it for myself. I collect experiences. The visceral, tangible feeling of being somewhere new. The smell of the air, the bustle of the place. The tingling sensation of the unfamiliar becoming known. It's better than any hologram version could hope to be. How did the dirt fair rate among other places you visited? So far, it's much better than the Government is Great Tour of Central Station. A little less exciting than the robot fight tournament on Og. But this is easily one of the more fun experiences I've had in the system. So many delights down here. We haven't even gotten to the pie eating competition yet. You've been all over the system. That's very impressive. Well, thank you. Travel truly makes me happy. I want to explore every corner of this system. Maybe a couple beyond it if I ever get the chance. Right now, I'm gonna go eat a bioluminescent carrot. In an underground society's yearly party. What a thing to get to do. Thanks for the chat and the photo. Are these? I thought these were beets at first. Oh, maybe the carrots are above us. Wait, they're the same plant. Okay. Why now, welcome to the dwelling, stranger. I'm Farmer Melangine. Sure is nice to meet a new face. Once in a while, everyway. Only once in a while? Yes, and it's nice to see new faces and hear some surface stories on Faraday. But just for the day. I got a few talents. Farming for the dwelling, making dirt pies. Winning prizes for my dirt pies. But social interaction isn't where I shine. One-on-ones are fine, but I get a bit anxious with the big crowds. It's one of the reasons I love the dwelling life. Small numbers. Yeah, I could move here. I'm claustrophobic, but, like, I could live here. I feel like you're doing... Tell me about these pies. That's right, this here dirt fair ends with the annual dirt pie bake-off. Actual trophy aside, the bragging rights are kind of a big deal in the dwelling. And I've managed to take the prize 3 years in a row now. It's never been done before. What's the secret of your pie? Well, now, I can't just give that away, can I? But I can tell you it's in the silt. Big blast of flavor right up front. Something that puts the pie out of balance. I think it's exactly what you want from a slice. And the judges have obviously seen it like I do 3 years in a row. Wonder who they've got judging this year. Do you know how they pick the judge? Mayor picks. The only rule is it can't be one of us dwellers. We all know each other too well. Lots of rivalries and relationships to cloud judgment. Always a sky swimmer guest. Keeps it honest. That way Aubergine can fume all they want, but there's no blaming the win on bias. The wins, rather, plural. Aubergine fumes? Yeah. They're my main competition, always angling to win. But... ooh-wee. Aubergine's got a big slug in her hug these days. Because it's a bit more personal between us. We used to date. Then Aubergine's competitive streak got the better of him. We broke up right after I won the second pie competition. Since then, she's been fixated on winning. Only sees me as a rival instead of an old flame. Flame that burned pretty right, if I do say so myself. Do you miss her? Yeah, I do. But I don't miss that attitude. Until she smartens up, I'm gonna push for more wins. Makes me feel better about the breakup, if I'm being honest. Guess I got a hangry little sprout in my heart. Lamborghini's attitude keeps on feeding it. Oh, I can't print that. Ah, well, that makes sense. What's this? A tiny patch of mushrooms. Do you sample one? Of course. Snacking on the fungi makes you feel energized, kinetic, radiant. That feeling isn't going away. Uh-oh. I may be slightly high right now. There's something compelling about that Vaulty. Is there? Vaulty! You're the fairest mascot. Vaulty! How do you feel about opening up your dwelling once a year? Vaulty! What's your costume exactly? The Vaulty! What other words do you know? Vaulty. Vaulty walks away. Maybe you can catch them on a break. Maybe I can catch these on a break, baby. That's not a pie. What is that thing? Leave that alone. Don't look at that. Pie B is steaming. Wait, it is steam. A wispy little cloud floating over a crust. It tastes like a rainbow. An airy gas for sweetened humidity. Delivered with almost no body, texture, or substance. This is pure flavor. Light and refreshing. Like a gently baked ghost might taste. If ghosts existed, of course. Pie A. You lock eyes with your reflection in its surface. And your philosophy chip starts to smolder. Are you the pie? Existentially speaking, must we consume our past selves to fuel our future actions? What are just desserts in the span of this unfinished buffet called life? This pie has filled you up with questions. Pie C appears to be unseasoned dirt scooped into a store-bought pie crust, then overcooked. A lot. Eating it confirms your suspicion. Burnt dirt and a worm. This is an actively bad attempt at a pie. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't see anybody who could be Vaulty. Not over here, anyway. Wait, Vaulty has a trailer. Oh, it's you. Sorry about earlier. No speaking when the head is on is one of the rules. Gotta maintain the illusion. The character's authenticity's on the line. My real name's Rendo. Rendo Wayne. What are the other mascot rules? There are 3. As mentioned, first is no breaking character when suited up. Trust that Vaulty is enough to cover every possible thought and deed. Second rule is to never let children see you without the mask on. They take it pretty hard. The third is you can't let anyone fall in love with you. Vaulty, such magnetic and attractive a character is just an illusion. But grown adults have fallen so deep under his spell that they've upended their lives for something that can never be theirs. It's heartbreaking to watch. This is just like at Disney World. That's the hardest rule, if I'm being honest. What makes Vaulty so attractive? Vaulty is charisma personified. People love a good mystery, and he has 100 different questions at once. What's in his vault? Who is he on the inside? Is he modeled after the sealed door of this very dwelling? Something more intangible. I see him as an internal manifestation of the questions we ask ourselves in our quietest moments. He is the parts of ourselves we seal away, that we struggle to examine without cowering away. In mascot form, Vaulty's presence suggests a true, definitive self. An answer to the unanswerable. That the vault can open for the right person. And people want to open Vaulty. That's something its creators never imagined, but have more or less leaned into. I mean, you must get it. You experienced his gravitas earlier. There's so much nuance in his limited vocabulary. I spent 3 years in a BFA conservatory program just to be eligible for consideration of putting the costume on. It's an honor and a responsibility. Honestly, I don't quite see the appeal. Good for you, really. You'll have more peace in your life if you aren't tormented by an unquenchable thirst for Voltine. I've seen the opposite, and it's hard. Anyway, I should get back out there. Thanks for chatting. Nice to get to talk to someone about the job, you know? I don't know what to say to that. I mean, I respect it. Don't get me wrong. Alright, let's talk our way through. Welcome one and all to the Dirt Fair. See how the underside lives. I'm Bloomsbellow, mayor of the Proteoid Dwelling Cluster. We're the largest deep dwelling on Humania. Wait, you're here from the Times and Galaxy. You're not Richard Gravity. Correct. Oh, but we needed him to own soily heavens above. There's nothing Gravity can do that I can't. You judge the pie contest? The rules say the judge must be a guest from above. And while you aren't Mr. Gravity, you are from the same paper. Does offer some prestige. Very, very small amount, but enough, I hope. Either way, I accept your gracious offer. Get ready to eat some wonderful pies. Pies made of dirt. You have a bit of time until the competition begins. Why don't you look around the fair? Get everything you need for your article. Come find me when you're ready to judge the competition. You bet. Enjoy the fair. Come back when you're ready to announce the winning pie. Howdy, Sky Swimmer. I'm Farmer Aubergine, and this here is one of my fields. Big harvest this year. Look up to see it. Sky Swimmer. That's what we call surface folks, going around in all that sky. Don't know how you don't drown in it. Down here, our crops are the sky, the stars. Look at the designs they make. How do you water them? We spit. We spit real good. Just kidding, we have a real good irrigation system buried up above. It also gives us a gentle rain in the mornings. What do you grow? Whatever we need, if it comes in tuber or rhizome form, that is. Feel free to grab any crop you can reach while you're down here. We grow these ones for the visitors. The community supply is elsewhere. Do you have cool farmer friends? Oh, there are a couple of us down here. Can't grow the whole supply myself. I wish I could, though. Then I wouldn't have to deal with old Melangine. You two aren't nice neighborly farm pals? No! I salt the soil of the Melangine name. You're the 3-time winner of the Dirt Pie Prize. Somehow, some ludicrous way. There is no way their dirt pie is better than mine. Yet 3 times now, the judges have chosen Melangine. Maybe you should tweak your recipe. Absolutely not. I've tasted their soil. I know it's inferior. That soil is out of balance. Too much silt in the clay silt peat trifecta. Sure, it's good for a flavorful bite, but try having a full slice. You'll be scratching your throat all afternoon. My pie is a masterful burst of flavor itself. So many delicate flavors and textures in balance. Harmonious in every bite, it's bound to win. Rattling my mouth off like some hateful salt crapper. Apologies, I'm just a little stirred up for the contest later. This year is my year, you know, I feel it. You enjoy the rest of the fair now, you hear? Thank you, I will. Enjoy the pie, you hear? I have no idea which pie is hers. Nor do I care. Pretty dark down here. Gotta crank up my camera's ISO. Good thing grainy pics fit the story. You having fun, Ed? Fairs are always great assignments. Have some snacks, shoot some photos, and then have more snacks. I love a good fair. How's the reporting going? I'm not sure, but I'm doing my best. That's all anyone could ask, Sprockets. Go try some food, too. Readers love food stories. Alright, can we make this shit as bland as possible? No, we cannot. Alright. Went to a county fair to avoid conflict. Knowing full well what was coming. Yeah. I knew. I looked deep in my heart and I knew that someone would try to kill somebody else over a fucking potato or something. Possibly with a potato. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Let's get this judging on the road. I'm gonna vote for the one that's all steam. Hope you've been enjoying the fair. Have you decided on a winning pie? I am ready to announce a winner. Pie A filled you up with questions. Pie B was a wispy little cloud, an airy gasp of flavor. Pie C was unseasoned dirt scooped into a store-bought crust, actively bad. I think it's Pie B. Our esteemed judge from space has selected Pie B. Yes! Yes! Eat it, Melangine! My time has arrived! I ascend the pantheon of baked dirt, burger, burk. I get burger. This pie gave me a stroke. I mean, I am, humbled and eternally grateful to be recognized like this. Good for you, Aubergine. Well earned. In your face! I've dreamed of this victory for so long. Now that it's happened, why do I feel it so hollow? What do I do now? How about we start talking like we used to? See if words do the trick and love bloom in a... Any in that? I ruined our relationship over this contest. And maybe now you've gotten it out of your system? Yeah, hey, that makes me feel lighter. Maybe we can even try again. Well, no, you did end our relationship over a pie competition. Ain't no coming back from that. But we can try being friendly again, no more rivalry. That could be nice, I think I'd like that. With the contest over and the very public airing of personal history now complete, the crowd disperses. Well, now that brings the fair to its end. Thanks for helping out. Shall we go to our interview? Sure. Did you enjoy the fair? I am in love with Volty and I don't know what to do. I liked it a lot. So glad to hear it. Many of our off-world guests had to gawk more than anything. Glad you found something deeper than that. The deep dweller life isn't for everyone. Even those born in the community will occasionally leave. We call it rerouting. Yes, most plants can survive anywhere they find care and resources. People are the same. Sometimes you need to stay in the place you were raised. Sometimes you need to go somewhere else. Some of those who leave do come back. They miss the grit, we welcome them home. Others stay above ground. Sad as that can feel, it's not for us to decide. We just offer the best sort of home we can. And leave the door open, so to speak. One of those departures named Wendy. I see Scumbles has been telling its tragic story again. We all knew it was a doomed romance. You could sense Wendy's wanderlust. Her curiosity for the world above. Scumbles was always more of a homebody, even in his rebellious 30s. Three-nagers, am I right? We try to keep an eye on him down here. His oboe skills have really improved. His story is our story too. An example of what it's like to live here. The highs and lows. These deep dwellings were made in an act of fear. Pirania wasn't ready for first contact. When the Zeal arrived, our ancestors panicked. Fearing immediate danger, they retreated below the surface. We know now that was a foolhardy thing to do, unjustified panic. But you adapt to your circumstances. Generations pass. For many of us, this place is more of a home than the surface could ever be. The soil's our sky. And if you don't appreciate it, it's better than any sunrise. Quote me on that, too. Have you ever gone above the surface? I have. I studied abroad on the surface for a few years. Never felt like home. So I came back. Now I'm mayor. Younger me could never have imagined this happening. What have you learned as mayor? I've learned more than I ever wanted to about farming disputes, and the proper steps it takes to maintain inverted irrigation systems, and that inviting sky swimmers to underground fare will go better than you can hope. Even when your guest of honor doesn't show. And what were your campaign promises? My, how direct! My campaign focused on how we present ourselves to the galaxy above, with a distasteful stereotype about deep dwellers, that we're paranoid, fearful people. I know it's not true. How can we disprove it when we keep ourselves isolated? That's why I invited Mr. Gravity to judge the pie competition. We hoped he'd cast a favorable light on our little home. Hope your experiences here today can do the same. That's all I really need for my story, thank you. Come back and visit again, you hear? Okay. Let's see. Bad man tells sad story. Intersolar visitors enjoy fare. Yeah. Farmers in a deep dwelling are bitter rivals. Alright, and, have I got anything from... Oh man, write an entire piece on how bitter the rivalry is, and then add in a tagline about how it's trying to dispel the harmful stereotypes of how reclusive and paranoid they are. Yeah, I fucking love that, actually. Let's go with that. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good. How many of the attainable headlines where the questions are all of the possible headlines? Interesting. Yeah, because there's definitely more than 13 out of 14 there. Yeah, really dug deep into that story. I tried. Doing things different leads to different statements. Well, that's good. That means that, Man, I don't know. Ooh, Windex. Some human pillows are fluffier than others. What does it mean? What do the pillows mean? This must be the game of Drek. You have to identify different types of mud. It's a Dirt Dweller favorite. Ah, yes. Drek. I'm not talking. Okay. Water cooler bot is out of order for running its mouth. Oh my god! They silenced him! Sup? Oh, reporter bot. Oh, reporter bot. I am so nervous every performance reviewing day. For everyone. I am also nervous. Nervousness just makes the most sense. I am just wanting everyone to succeed. Everybody is so great and nice and fun and kind. To imagine anyone being told they are not those things, it is hard for me to imagine. What if someone gets fired? Do not say that out loud. Keep your voice inside your mouth, please. Speaking that sort of thought into the world makes it more likely to feel like it could happen. Joe and Becca like to be talking about all the possibilities, though. So I had to be taking my break elsewhere. A whole cycle-long break. I will go back to the bridge when the reviews are done. Until it is then, I will be here, happily not hearing scary speculation. I mean, you heard it from me. Not that Walking Dead will remember. I do love that sort of thing, but... The first new message is titled, Other Planets Need to Help End the Aug Scrap Shortage. Augurs may be known for our resourcefulness, but it's hard to repurpose scrap when there's no scrap to be repurposed. Shipments from Humania and Pryto have been dwindling over the most recent cycles. I appreciate those planets maybe using more of their own waste. Our economy depends on them sending it our way. Don't be greedy now. Forgus Clanks, Aug. Dirt Fair shuttle system needs work. We attended the Humanian Dirt Fair for the very first time. The fair itself was enjoyable. Actually getting down to the fair was a poorly planned disaster. There was only a single shuttle bus that would drill down to the fair, and we missed it by seconds, meaning we had to wait ages for the next one. We spent half the fair just waiting for the next shuttle. I hope the Dirt Fair's organizers work on their transportation issues for next time. Blurgar Dargon, Aug. Why didn't you just throw yourself into a pit? You should just throw yourself into a pit. Throwing yourself into a pit will solve all of your problems. Let's all go throw ourselves into a pit today. The third response is titled, New Government Fees Don't Add Up. Every other trip to the Marta Loop features some new service fee or system-wide infrastructure cost scale initiative, or courtesy parking deduction edition. All thanks to the solar government. I just want to take a nice affordable trip to the mall with my family without going broke. The greedy government keeps putting its hands in my wallet and stealing my hard-earned bucks. Something has to change. Alvin Orbitron, Humania. Oh no, money stealers are stealing my money. That is what the government is for. Theft. Someone has drawn a human mustache on your portrait. When could that have happened? Following their conflict, it seems the ants are constructing a monument in memorial of the Antenna War. You take a brief moment of silence to appreciate their work. It looks like shit's been developing while I haven't been looking at it. Which is fine, because my throat will get completely blown the fuck out if I attempt to read all the flavor text in this game. Puff is staring at the ant farm. The ants are staring back at Puff. Nothing is moving. Nothing is moving! Stop that! It's a tense standoff. Well, nature will take its course. Who are you to decide how this should play out? Better let nature take its course. Rules of nature! Whatever nature exists between a sentient goo dog and a particularly aware ant colony. And you run when the sun comes up with your butt on the line. With your tail so floofy. Honestly, tail could be floofier. Reporter bot! Glad I ran into you. Having one of those cycles. Been there. I knew somehow you'd understand. I can just tell your empathy settings are high. It's that time again. Every few decacycles I'm tasked with surveying the staff before contract negotiations to see what their priorities are in the workplace. And it's honestly like pulling teeth, torquing cogs, molding goo. You have them to take it seriously. I've had a very frustrating interaction. I can't say with who. But with two staff members that some might say are one staff member, and we're standing in their room in front of them talking. She lowered her voice. In this room right now. You're gonna need to be more specific. The twins! It's the twins! What about us? Oh, hello. Vivica, you're so serious, honey. We have a book to recommend. Oh yes, an incredible book. About a helpless seal who finds himself washed up on the shores. On the shores of Praeto. Shivering, lost, begging for help. Just when they think they have nowhere to turn, they get taken in by Stave, the muscular one. Are they drooling or is that just goo? It's a very relaxing book. Very. See, it's impossible to get them to talk about work. I can answer your questions. That would mean the galaxy to me. Question 1. What is most important to you in a workplace? Wage? Atmosphere, as in the air quality, gravity level, etc.? Or quality of the food and oil selection in the cafeteria? This is all anonymous, by the way. Well, I like being paid, but I do like food. Great. She faces the twins and yells, "See, this isn't so hard!" Okay, question 2 for non-members. What is most appealing about joining the union? Subsidized regular software and hardware updates? Overtime pay when crossing time and space zones? Skills conferences like the one we recently hosted? Dispatch from the pods. Finding work-life balance when you live on board your work. The subsidized software and hardware. Interesting. One last question. We're considering rebranding Douche. What do you think? Puce? Trund? Douche 2? Douche 2. Douche harder. Douche hard with a vengeance. You know I shouldn't tell you this, but I am with you there. I thank you. More importantly, Douche thanks you. If Douche was so good, why isn't there a Douche 2? There should be. You have perked me up considerably, Reporter Bot. Cool. We did our union duty, even though we're not in the union and we don't really have a duty to it. Okay. My voice is getting a little rough, and I am kind of yawny and hungry, so I'm gonna shut here. I'm gonna shut. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up. I'm going to stop here. Take some rest. Don't worry about it. I got up, like, right before the show. So all I really need is, like, some food and maybe a little coffee or something. That said, what is the weekend game? Our weekend game is Back to the Future from Telltale. When we last left Marty, he was in the dystopian future of Citizen Brown, and we had been tasked with destroying that future. And believe me, if you want somebody to destroy your future, you're in the right place. I am the best at destroying the future. Monday, as usual, nothing, because I will be asleep. through all of Monday, if possible. And Tuesday, we're back to Times and Galaxy. I don't feel like we have much left of Times and Galaxy. Like, 10 or 12 missions seems like it would be where this game stops. Anyway, actually, Slayer, you've played this. How many missions are in this game? Are we getting close to the end? So hyped for you destroying the future. The future is here and everything must be destroyed. Believe me, I'm into it. $16, maybe $17. Okay, we're about halfway through. Dang, okay. I'm good with that. Alright. That's it. That's all. I'm out. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good night. Have a good time. Take my hand. We're naked, I swear. Whoa. You were eaten by a bear. Wait, no. Good night, everybody. I said good night, everybody.